Fights alongside a witch.
No survivors.
Yep, the witch is there, the witch is there.
Do you know why the phoenix sits on the right hand?
Oh, right off the bat, talking about a phoenix.
She is his guardian, his protector.
Because I remember hearing there was a report that Mushu was going to be replaced by a phoenix, so I'm wondering, oh boy.
Do you think you can do that?
Let's see if it's true. Looks like she's getting ready for what would have been the matchmaker sequence.
Citizens, we are under attack from northern invaders.
Their leader calls himself Ori Khan. Fights alongside a witch.
No survivors.
Yep, the witch is there, the witch is there. Just as promised.
Must contribute one man to fight.
Have you no son?
I am blessed with 2 daughters. I will fight.
Oh wow. Well, just like that part of the original, it's like Mulan's father was gonna step up, but he's too weak and old to fight.
This time he will not return.
So, because of that, Mulan steps up. Oh boy, so, yep. Well, at least the reports of the witch sound true, that the witch is gonna be the villain, as opposed to Shan Yu. At least from what it seems like in the trailer. Oh! You know this theme?
Please protect her.
That the Phoenix looks like the reports are true.
We're going to make men out of every single one of you.
Another reference to another Mulan song, really famous one.
The spirit is evident, but something holds you back.
When they find out who you are, they will show you no mercy.
Whoa, so wait, the witch knows that Mulan is a woman?
I'm Hua Mulan. I will bring honor to us all.
Whoo, boy, okay. Oh man. Alright, so I decided to, I just need to take a breather after freaking out over this new Mulan trailer, but I'm still, feeling really kind of confused, so yeah, but it just seems like, it's almost like, because, I talked about before how, websites like Collider and, comicbook.com, they were coming out, with articles saying things regarding some of the changes in Mulan. Like, one was saying, Mushu was going to be replaced with a phoenix, which that's what it seems like. And I actually rewatched the trailer with my sister because I wanted to show her just how crazy it was. And so, I rewatched the scene where it looks like Mulan's father, goes and, prays the ancestors saying, please protect Mulan, and they send the phoenix, which is kind of like how in the 1998 Mulan, the animated film, the grandmother, Mulan's grandmother, says, ancestors, please protect Mulan, and through that, one of the ghosts of the ancestors awakens Mushu. So it's kind of like, it looks like a pretty similar thing. So that's one thing that looks like confirmed. I mean, it looks like it's confirmed that it looks like that, Mushu's being replaced by a phoenix. I mean, either way, looks like, Phoenix character is going to play, a very similar role to Mushu, in that the phoenix is supposed to be like, the guardian spirit. It, similar kind of purpose. And I'm still really just perplexed about, what they're doing here with a witch character. Watching it again, I wanted to, set myself straight. And so, the Collider story was saying that, at first it sounded like it was going to be a thing where it's like the witch was going to be, the main villain. But it almost looks like, at least from this trailer, it almost looks like the original villain or the villain in the 1998 film, Shan Yu, was like split into two characters, which kind of makes it even more confusing to me. Because we hear in this trailer that, these invaders, I presume, or the Huns, they refer to them as Northern invaders, but the invaders, they say are led by this bad guy named Bori Khan. But then they say, oh, but he is fighting alongside a witch, so it's like, so what are you trying to do, Disney? I mean, it was already confusing enough to hear that, there's gonna be a witch that's gonna be the main villain of the movie, and so it's like, did you split Shan Yu into like, you split him into like a general character who just seems like, kind of like Shan Yu in the sense that, he's like a bad dude that's, causing a lot of trouble to say the least. But as for lack of a better word, the Disney-ness, you put in a witch because why? I mean, I'm as confused as I am because I know, yes, there were obviously mystical elements to, the 1998 film as well, things like, the ancestor scene and, just the fact, Mushu was, running around with Cricky and that kind of stuff. But it's just like, it's confusing to me because when I first heard of this Mulan remake coming, I heard that they weren't going to do songs, which I didn't hear any songs. Instead, they were going to do like instrumental references. And from this trailer, it seems like instead of songs, they're going to do like references to the songs. Like throughout this trailer, you can hear the instrumental of the song Reflection, and they make, references seemingly to other songs. Like, reference to Bring Honor to Us All when Mulan was, being dressed up, and to, when the one guy was saying, I'll make a man out of you, that's a reference to another really famous song from the 1998 film. So it's just like, with that kind of stuff, it was just like, so are you gonna do like a more serious kind of movie? So it's just like, I mean, okay, if that's, and it's just like, I was still interested. It's just like, okay, I get that Disney, they don't want to, do like a rehash of, the animated film, because that would just make its critics and audiences even more pissed off if they just did like a rinse and repeat. So it's just like, okay, so you want to change, so it's just, okay, so you want to do, instrumentals instead, and then I'll accept it for what it is. If you want to replace Mushu with Phoenix, not to say, I mean, I do really like Eddie Murphy as Mushu in the animated film, but it's just like, okay, so you don't want to have like a very jokey sort of like character. It seems like you want to have something that, is more serious, kind of more fitting in, and it's just like, okay, so the impression I got was, they're trying to make this a serious move. But then when I started hearing things like, the one of the villains is going to be a witch, it's just like, what are you doing? Like, I think I said before in the video that I was wondering if like Disney was like chickening out, and it's like, it's true, you saw the trailer, there's a witch. It's just like, we're chickening out and saying, oh, but we can't make it too serious. We still need to include, our, some fantastical stuff. It's just, so what can we put, make one of the villains a witch, make one of the villains a witch. And I'm just like, why? And I get that, in the animated film, Shan Yu may not be everyone's cup of tea, because, Shan Yu, he's admittedly, I will say, he's not like one of the more complex Disney villains, or in the sense that it's not like he's a super like morally complex ex guy like Frollo from Hunchback of Notre Dame, or they're trying to do a thing like make him half funny, half evil, or half menacing, I should say, like Hades from Hercules or something like that. Like, again, but it's just like, at the same time, I still thought, he, like, Shan Yu, he definitely had a presence, as a kid watching, even today, I find his voice really threatening. And when you hear the things that, he and his army do, going around destroying villages, what's coming to mind is that, he tells, there's a scene in the 1998 film where he tells these two soldiers from the Chinese army that, I think, to like go off and like, spread the word that I'm coming. And he says, how many messengers does it take to deliver a message? And the one archer goes, one. And they imply that they kill off one of these soldiers that, Shan Yu lets go. So it's I still thought he was a pretty intimidating in person, and I thought that what I thought Disney was trying to do was, I thought they were trying to do a thing where, like, are they trying to do like a more realistic story in the sense, or are they just trying to do something more serious? So what I'm thinking is, what they're trying to do is they were trying to make it like a more serious movie. So that's why I think they were like, oh, okay, we can, throw in a witch, because just like, a witch kind of feels out of place in a story like this, but as long as we make her menacing, and to Disney's credit, this witch does seem pretty menacing, and she seems to know the truth about Mulan. Mulan, the reason, she has to dress up as a man or she has to disguise herself as a man is because that's, the Chinese army, as they say, they're looking for, like, one man from, every family to come fight. And that kind of stuff. And speaking of which, I'll, read over the description of the trailer in case you're all interested. Quote, when the Emperor of China issues a decree that one man per family must serve in the Imperial Army to defend the country from northern invaders, Hua Mulan, the eldest daughter of an honored warrior, steps in to take the place of her ailing father. Masquerading as a man, Hua Jun, she is tested every step of the way and must harness her inner strength and embrace her true potential. It is an epic journey that will transform her into an honored warrior and earn her the respect of a grateful nation and a proud father. Mulan features a celebrated international cast that includes Yifei Liu as Mulan. If I get some of these names wrong, I'm sorry, I'm trying my best. Donnie Yen as Commander Tung, Jason Scott Lee as Bori Khan, Yosan An as Cheng Hong Hui, with Gong Li as Xian Niang and Jet Li as the Emperor. The film is directed by Nikki Caro from a screenplay by Rick Jaffa and Amanda Silver and Elizabeth Martin and Lauren Hynek, based on the narrative poem The Ballad of Mulan. So, I don't know. So I'm kind of thinking maybe the reason Disney made these changes, it's like maybe like what they're trying to do is, they're trying to do like a much more serious sort of a take. I mean, the 1990 film, it was certainly a dramatic movie overall, but of course, they threw in, comedic things like, Mushu, and of course the answers are still, like I said, I still, like the 1998 film, but I'm like, okay, I get that they're trying to go in like a more serious direction. It's just that I think I would have preferred if they just took it in like a more realistic direction and didn't necessarily make it, even more like mystical than they made the 1998 film. It's like, adding the Phoenix in as a guardian spirit I could understand, but it's like the witch, I'm just like not sure. So I honestly think the best way, obviously, a trailer is one thing, but the only way to judge a movie is to see it for itself. So I'm thinking if I do get the chance to see this movie, the way, I think many of us are going to have to look at it is to really, judge it for what it is. So, because if they're able to, pull off the thing where like they at least have like a consistent tone and, and even with, all these changes and it still works and it works as a flowing story with really good acting, then, it's like, okay, then, if it's at least decent, then I can understand. But it's just that some of the changes that Disney made, especially the character you're looking at on screen, doesn't really make all that much sense to me. It's just, I don't know. I'll end it here, and my voice is starting to get kind of tired from freaking out over this trailer. So please let me know your thoughts down below, what you think of this trailer, or are you interested in seeing this remake? What do you think of the changes that they made? Leave all those thoughts down below. Until next time, this has been Blood Moon Bobby, and thank you all for watching. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this Blood Moon Bobby video. Like and share the video if you enjoyed it, and feel free to leave a comment. Subscribe to my channel, and ring the bell to get notified when I release my latest videos. Follow me at Blood Moon Bobby on your favorite social media platforms to take part in polls, see my tech tips, and to hear about my video plans. Thanks for watching.